I want to discuss a question I know that's been pressing on many of your minds. We spoke to you last several years ago, and before I get started today, since many of you are wondering, I just wanted to get it out of the way. The answer is boxers. Now I hope all of you feel better. Do you know what this might be? Does anybody know what that is?
Yes.
What is it?
It's people logging on to Google around the world.
Wow, okay. I didn't really realize what it was when I first saw it, but this is what helped me see it. This is what we run at the office that actually runs real time. Here it's slightly logged, but here you can see around the world how people are using Google. And every one of those rising dots represents probably about 20, 30 searches or something like that. And they're labeled by color right now, by language. So you can see here we are in the US, and they're all coming up red. There we are in Monterey. Hopefully I can get it right. You can see that Japan is busy at night, right there. We have Tokyo coming in Japanese. There's a lot of activity in China. There's a lot of activity in India. There's some in the Middle East, little pockets. And Europe, which is right now in the middle of the day, is going really strong with a whole wide variety of languages. Now you can also see, if I turn this around here, hopefully I won't shake the world too much. But you can also see there are places where there's not so much. Australia, because there just aren't very many people there. And this is something that we should really work on, which is Africa, which is just a few trickles, basically in South Africa and a few other urban cities. But basically, what we've noticed is these queries, which come in at thousands per second, are available everywhere there is power. And pretty much everywhere there's power, there's the internet. And even in Antarctica, well, at least this time of year, from time to time we'll see a query rising up. And if we had it plotted correctly, I think the International Space Station would have it too. Sorry. 3? Yeah, this will shift it sadly. So this is some of the challenge that we have here. Is you can see that it's actually kind of hard to get the there we go. This is how we have to move the bits around to actually get the people the answers to their questions. You can see that there's a lot of data running around. It has to go all over the world through fibers, through satellites, through all kinds of connections. And it's pretty tricky for us to maintain the latencies as low as we try to. Hopefully your experience is good. But you can see also, once again, so some places are much more wired than others. And you can see all the bandwidth across the US going up over to Asia, Europe in the other direction, and so forth. Now what I would like to do is just to show you what 1 second of this activity would look like. And if we can switch to the slides. All right, here we go. So this is slow down. This is what 1 second looks like. And this is what we spend a lot of our time doing, is just making sure that we can keep up with this kind of traffic load. Now, each one of those queries has an interesting life and tale of its own. I mean, it could be somebody's health, it could be somebody's career, something important to them. And it could potentially be something as important as tomato sauce, or in this case, ketchup. So this is a query that we had. I guess it's a popular band that was more popular in some parts of the world than others. Anyway, you can see that it got started right here in the US and Spain. It was popular at the same time, but it didn't have quite the same pickup in the US as it did in Spain. And then from Spain it went to Italy, and then Germany got excited, and maybe right now the UK is enjoying it. And I guess the US finally started to like it too. And I just want to play it for you. Anyway, you can all enjoy it for yourselves. Hopefully that search will work. As a part of what we want to do to grow our company is to have more searches. And what that means is we want to have more people who are healthy and educated, more animals if they start doing searches as well. But partly we want to make the world a better place. And so one thing that we're embarking upon is the Google Foundation, and we're in the process of setting that up. We also have a program already called Google Grants that now serves over 150 different charities around the world. And these are some of the charities that are on there. And it's something I'm very excited to be a part of. In fact, many of the organizations that are here, the Acumen Fund, I think Aprotech we have running, I'm not sure if that one's up yet. And many of the people who have presented here are running through Google Grants.